They're driving me absolutely bonkers. I'm not sure what's going on here. So hopefully you guys are seeing me now, but it didn't want me to play my live before. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to go and grab my other phone so I can make sure that this is running. It just drove me nuts because I don't understand what the problem. Okay, good. I have people in here. The other one just kept saying I needed to reconnect, and I kept reconnecting. It wouldn't. Huh. Wondering if my internet. If there's something wrong with my internet. Staying connected. Okay, so we're connected there. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, getting back to what I'm on here for anyways, is the situation that's been breaking off on social media. We have a content creator that said, or at least professed, that she's here for Sebastian. Nothing more, nothing less. She wants to help the case. Now, mind you, I haven't seen Tony up until today on Brittany J's channel. I haven't seen Tony. I haven't heard from Tony. I haven't, seen him out here, kicking up the fuss, dogging anybody. That's what I mean. I haven't seen him out here. And he's literally done nothing to this lady. And this lady is getting bullied by everybody and decides to project what she's feeling onto a man that she has nothing, and I mean nothing, to do with. I don't understand that. I don't know if I will understand that. Give me just a second. I'm going to fix the stuff that's going on here. There we go. Delete forever. Yes. Let me go to this one, make sure it's set up. That's what I was trying to do on the last one, is just make sure it's set up, because I'm sick and tired of all these damn trolls coming in here because their mommy and daddy didn't teach them any better, just to stay away and do their own thing, right? They got to go try to disrupt everybody else's lives just because they can, and they wonder why they're single and people can't stand to be around them. Okay, I think back to where we need to. I believe it. Okay. Oh, I saw Sweet Misery. How did I see it? Hey, love. Hey. I hope you're doing well. So, I'm not here for any other purpose than to find out why. Why would this lady go from wanting to help in Sebastian, whether she agrees with the father who he's working with, me, or anybody else on this platform, if she's here for Sebastian, why would she be talking about a person that's unrelated to Sebastian and only here to help and support this boy's father? That's what I can't wrap my head around. Now, I know that can see it on her face when she talks about her husband. Her husband absolutely hates the idea that she is on the internet. He wants her to hang up her hat and not go back. He is sick and tired of it. I can see it in her face. I can see it when she talks. I feel it through the computer. Her husband wants no part of this nonsense. I hope she investigates me, because my husband and myself was involved, in my opinion, in the same scheme. There was penny stocks. My father, he ended up losing a crap ton of money. They ended up having to sue people. I don't even know if he recouped. I don't think he recouped but 1/3 of what he was conned out of. There's penny stocks and Ponzi schemes going all over. People on the bottom don't really know what it is. They're being hired to, and everything. What makes these Ponzi schemes so realistic is because it looks realistic, right? That's the thing, is it looks realistic. But what does that have to do? I can understand if it was the father of this missing child, and it may go to motive or means or opportunity in why we're in this situation. But to go out and intentionally embarrass the national spokesperson, I don't know who in their right mind would be that stupid. Literally, that's stupid. She's being egged on by these hate channels because they give her some attention, and that's all she cares about. She's a desperate woman that needs attention. And you can tell that. You know how we can tell that? It's because, very simply, she took her focus off Sebastian Rogers to attack an innocent man. Why would anybody want to attack an innocent man over a petty squabble? You know why? Because you weren't here for the child. You were here to get somebody's attention in hopes to have an interview, in hopes to do this. And when that did not work, much like JLR, flipped the script and started to attack. But my problem is she's been bullied on this platform, and for her to turn around and bully somebody else is disgusting. I've also heard that she's been deceiving people about her status as a mom of disabled children. I heard one of her children don't even live in the house. I heard it through the grapevine. One of the children don't even live in the house. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I'm hearing. So you mean to tell me you've been out here saying you've been taking care of your kids and this is how your lifestyle is, and your child's living in a home to help them, not in your home? So she's talking about her adopted kids and how she's got her hands full, but I'm hearing one of her children is an adult in a home. She was moving him out into a group home. There you go. Peggy just said it. Into a group home. Exactly what we did not want for Sebastian. That tells me she can't handle her job. She's spending more time trying to shame people on this social media platform when she can't even take care of her own child and needs to move the child into a group home. That says a lot. That says a lot. Nurse says he loves in group home. How can anybody love being in a group home as opposed to being with their family? That doesn't even remotely make sense. That doesn't even remotely make sense. But that's not what she's been professing to everybody. You know, I got the impression that she had younger kids that she was taking care of. And I'm finding out that no, that's not the truth. So she was actually setting up the whole sympathy card knowing it was a facade. She doesn't have any kids at home now, allegedly. I wonder how long that's been going on. Let me guess, they all moved out right when we found out there's no kids in the house, right? So again, I'm not sure why she has set her eyes to attack Tony, a man that she's never talked to. I know she talked to me about Tony, about wanting to get information to him, and I told her how she could reach out to him. I don't know if she ever did, but again, that was the first and last conversation I was going to have with that lady, because she got me on the phone under false pretenses just to sit there and twist my ear for an hour talking about what I needed to do to tell Seth that he needs to hold Sumner County and make them go after them for the child abuse, and this is how you do it. Well, that wasn't the reason why you said you needed my help or why you needed to get me on the phone. So that right there really kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because I don't call people, right? I very rarely call people. And if I'm going to call you and you have a specific reason for speaking to me, I'm fine with that. But when you spend 5 seconds talking about the purpose of my call and the rest of the time talking about something that you didn't tell me we were talking about, it kind of, rubs my feathers the wrong way. And I need to do that. Anybody that watches my channel knows I really don't like people telling me what to do. It's a major stickler for me. A major stickler. People don't tell me what to do. I mean, if there, I shouldn't say it like that all the time. It's a kind of guidelines versus the rule, but it's mostly the rule. But there are a few exceptions to that. There are a few exceptions to that. Hey, Michelle, it's nice to see you, love. But all of this, why would a person that said she was here for Sebastian now not even talk about Sebastian? Only talk about insignificant things to hurt another human being. She's rejected by the drama channels, and now she just ruined her reputation here in true crime. And I can tell you, nobody will ever take her seriously again. She's going to have to do skits such as the whole Eric Craddock just to get attention. Hey Izzy, it's nice to see you. Yes, Truth in Time, that's the one. No, she's not here. Everybody thought she was because she wanted to talk about how she knows this about this law, and people were engaged in her when she kept it about the law and about what strategies could be used. And clearly she was a very effective in ruffling the feathers of SF Investigates, you know. So she did, I mean, at the time she appeared to, but the problem is that she wants the accolade. She insists on people recognizing her. Listen, I've been doing this for 5 years. I'm called everything but recognized, you know? If it's not for my audience knowing the good work I did, nobody else would. Keep it to your audience. Let them congratulate you. You don't need to get the attention of parents, stuff like that. If it happens, it happens. But when you act this way, do you think any parent or any person that's missing a human being would want to deal with you? No. No. But again, it comes down to the fact that this lady was bullied by horrible people on this platform and then have the audacity to turn around and do that to somebody else. That is disgusting. That is sickening. Especially somebody that didn't say boo. Like, if I'm going to do that, if I'm going to drag somebody, bet your ass they've talked about me. Bet your ass that it's been public. You know, I just don't go willy-nilly and just say, oh, I'm going to pick this person. Let me go drag that person. I'm not that kind of person. You don't get bullied and become the bully, especially when you got medically needy kids with autism, because you know what they went through. Shame on you. Shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. I hope she gets off. I hope this is starting to affect her marriage enough that her husband is now encouraging her to maybe give it a break. It sounds like she has some things she needs to work out in her, upstairs, because I don't think this lady's stable. I think she had the facade of stability, but when she realized she wasn't getting, there was a switch that flipped in this lady, and now you're on this crazy train with this woman. And at what expense? Tony's reputation again? It's like the man doesn't do squat or anything to any particular person, but they always seem to want to go after him and pick on him and be nasty to him and be rude to him and drag him for what? How is this going to help bring Sebastian with Drake Rogers? You want to drag somebody? Drag Seth. At least he's a party to the damn case. Not that I want Seth dragged. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying? Like, at least Seth is a part of the case. Tony is not. What he has done in his life, where he's been, it doesn't flippin' matter. What does it matter? What does it matter? All I know is he has been there for Seth through thick and thin, through all the ups and downs. There's been many a times that man has driven back to Oklahoma, no sleep, just to turn around to pick Seth up to go follow a lead. I don't want to hear this lady sitting there and trashing Tony because she didn't get the attention she wants. The man's a good man, and I could care less if he had 100 bankruptcies or defrauded 1 million people. It still doesn't change the fact he's here helping, which is a hell of a lot more than I can say for the likes of this crazy ass lady. This lady, I'm telling you, there's something not right with her. Why all of a sudden did she go from Sebastian to Tony just like that? For what purpose? She wanted the money and the attention and the clicks and views of the hate channels. Because if she can just get those, she thinks she'll have it made. She has no idea the shadiness of those people. They will prop her up until they can whack the legs out from under her and watch her fall and crumple. And you know what? There's nothing I can say that she deserved it. Karma sucks. But you give crap to the world, you're going to get crap out of the world, and probably why she's so miserable in her marriage. And yes, she is a very miserable person. Her and her husband have a lot of disagreements. She's scared of ruffling his feathers. And you know how I know that? Because I've watched a few of her videos, and you can see it in her eyes. She doesn't want to bother her husband. That tells me a lot. That tells me a lot. And you know what? A woman that comes on here, out of everything I've been through, from the hate channels to literally trying to destroy my ever-loving life, going through calling my pastors, calling my sister's job, showing up at my sister's apartment. This is all over the last 4 or 5 years. All this stuff these hate channels do to people. Illegal crap that they do to people that they think they're going to keep getting away with. Well, everybody's getting smarter and wiser and starting to record a lot more than they ever recorded. And this stuff is going to law enforcement. But, everything I've been through, including an arrest, you have never seen me break down or cry on this show unless it was tears for a victim. Ever. Ever. If you can't keep your crap together, you're too unstable for social media. When you're losing your stuff and you're crying, you have no place on this platform. You are too unstable to have a show. I mean, you can go ahead and cry, but I can tell you, you're becoming your own worst enemy. Your own worst enemy. You want people to feel sorry for you if you're on social media crying. I say we don't feel sorry for content creators that can't hold their shit together. Especially when push comes to shove. Just saying. I've been through hell and back. You've never seen a tear fall down my cheek over the stuff I was. Ever. Doesn't mean things didn't go on behind the scenes. But I held my shit together in front of the scenes. And if this lady is too much of a basket case to even do that for her audience, she needs to reconsider her career. That's all I'm going to say. I'm done with this lady. I don't want to hear about this lady. Do not send me crap from this lady. She is no longer in existence on this platform in my world. What she says has no bearing. What she says about Seth or Tony or me or any other content creator, we cannot take as true. Why? She's lied too many times. She's clearly an unstable candidate for the true crime community. All right, guys, rock it out with your coffee beans out. Don't forget to be fearless. If you see something, say something. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And until next time, please be safe, but more importantly, kind to one another. God bless.